ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते
नमो
वासुदेवाय।
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो
ॐ
भगवते
नमो
वासुदेवाय।
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
We'll do the Mangalacharan prayers all together. ॐ
ॐ
अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य
अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य
ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं
तस्मै
येन
श्रीगुरवे नमः।
तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः।
श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्।
वन्दे
वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं
श्रीयुतापदकमलं
श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च
श्रीगुरु
श्रीरूपं
वैष्णवांश्च
साग्रजातं
श्रीरूपं
सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं
साग्रजातं
सजीवं
रघुनाथान्वितं तं
साद्वैतं
सजीवं
सावधूतं
साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं
परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं
कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं
श्रीराधाकृष्णपादां सगं ललिता
श्रीराधाकृष्णपादां सहगणललिता
श्रीविशाखान्वितां च।
श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च।
हे
हे
कृष्ण
कृष्ण करुणा
करुणा
सिन्धो
कृष्ण
दीनबन्धो
करुणा
जगत्पते
दीनपते
दीनबन्धो
गोपेश
जगत्पते
गोपिकान्त
गोपेश गोपिका कान्त
राधाकान्त
राधाकान्त
नमोऽस्तुते।
नमोऽस्तुते।
तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये।
प्रणमामि
हरिप्रिये
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च
कृपा
पतितानां
सिन्धुभ्य
पावनेभ्यो
पतितानां
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
पावनेभ्यो
नमः।
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय
ॐ
कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने।
स्वामी
नमस्ते
नामिने।
सारस्वते देवे
नमस्ते सारस्वते
गौरवाणी
देवे
प्रचारिणे
गौरवाणी
निर्विशेष
प्रचारिणे
शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे।
निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु
श्री
नित्यानंद
प्रभु
श्री अद्वैत
नित्यानंद
गदाधर
श्री अद्वैत
श्रीवास आदि
गदाधर
गौर भक्तवृंद।
श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद।
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्ण कृष्ण
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण
हरे
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे
हरे
राम
हरे
राम
राम राम
राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे हरे। श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय। श्री श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। हरे कृष्ण। Share. Okay. So we started last week chapter 10, Vibhuti Yoga, or the opulences of the absolute Krishna che sagale Vibhuti. And last week we saw first two verses where Krishna says that I am going to give you some, I have already told you some confidential knowledge, but I am going to give you something better. So please listen carefully. Bhuya eva mahabhavo shrunu me paramam vacha. So paramam vacha, what I am going to give you is very supreme knowledge. Please listen carefully. And then he says that na me vidu suragana prabhavam na maharshaya. That neither the demigods or the devatas nor the great sages know my origin. Because aham adir hi devanam maharshinam cha sarvasha. I am the source or origin of all the devatas and all the maharshis and everyone else. So whatever great personalities you can think of, you know of, he says that he is the source of everyone. Aham Adirhi Devana. So let's discuss the next verse now. So let's recite the verse. Yo mam ajam anādiṁ ca.
Umam adin cha
च
Yo mam ajam anādiṁ ca.
यो मामजानिम्
Umam
अधिमञ्च
ajam anādiṁ cha.
Okay, here there are two words here. Ya means who, mam means my, ajam means somebody who is never taken birth, who is ajanma. Anadi means one who does not have origin. Yo mam ajam anadim cha. So mam आणि अजमची इथे संधी झाली आहे, पूर्ण सगळं जोडलं इथे. यो माम अजम अनादिम च
यो माम अजम अनादिम च
Yo mam ajam anādiṁ cha.
वेत्ति लोकमहेश्वरम्
वेत्ति लोकमहेश्वरम्
loka-maheśvaram.
असम्मूढः सर्मर्तेषु
असम्मूढ समर्थेषु
asammūḍhaḥ martyeṣu.
सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते.
सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते
sarva-pāpaiḥ pramucyate.
यो मामजम् अनादिं च
यो माम अजम अनादिम
Yo
च
mam ajam anādiṁ cha.
वेत्ति लोकमहेश्वरम्
वेत्ति
vetti
लोकमहेश्वरम्
loka-maheśvaram.
असम्मूढः समर्थेषु
असम्मूढ समर्थेषु
asammūḍhaḥ
सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते.
सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते
sarva-pāpaiḥ pramucyate.
Okay, we can take one recitation or two maybe. So how about Madhu Prabhu, you want to lead? Chapter 3rd verse, 10:3.
Yo mam ajam anādiṁ cha.
यो माम अजम अनादिम च
vetti loka-maheśvaram.
वेत्ति लोकमहेश्वरम्
asammūḍhaḥ martyeṣu.
असम्मूढसमर्थेषु
sarva-pāpaiḥ pramucyate.
सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते. Thank you, Madhu Prabhu. Chandrakant Prabhu, you want to lead?
यो माम अजम अनादिम च
यो
Yo
मामजम्
mam ajam anādiṁ cha.
वेत्ति लोकमहेश्वरम्
वेत्ति
vetti
लोकमहेश्वरम्
loka-maheśvaram.
असम्मूढ समर्थेषु
असम्मूढसमर्थेषु
asammūḍhaḥ
सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते
सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते.
pramucyate.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So the word for word meaning is ya means anyone who. So he's talking about any person who is about, what does he do? Mam means me, or that is Krishna. Ajam means unborn, one who who doesn't take birth at any point of time, who is unborn. Anādiṁ means without beginning or without end. So something that does not have beginning, that means it does not have end as well. So without beginning, anādi. Cha means also. Vetti means knows. So this again comes from vid dhatu. So vetti, one who knows Krishna like that. Loka means all the planets. So there are many other planetary systems that we learn in the universe. So it doesn't matter how many universes and all the planets. Mahaishwaram or Maheshwaram means the supreme controller or supreme master. Asammūḍhaḥ means undeluded or one who is unbewildered. So Mūḍha or Sammūḍha means one who is confused or one who is bewildered, and Asammūḍha means one who is not bewildered, who who understands everything. Sa means he, that person. Martyeṣu means among those subject to death, one who lives in this mrityulaka. Sarva-pāpaiḥ means from all the sinful reactions, all papa. Pramucyate, he is freed from, he is delivered. So what Krishna is saying here, one who knows me as the unborn, as the beginningless, as the supreme Lord of all the worlds, he only undeluded amongst men is freed from all sins. So first he told in the previous verse, he said that I am going to give you some more knowledge that is supreme. So please listen carefully. And then he said that I am the origin of all the devatas. So whatever devatas you worship, whatever in the last chapter, he said that one who worships the devatas, who is actually indirectly worshipping me, but they are worshipping avidhi-purvakam, or with not proper mind or proper understanding. So now he's saying, I am the one who is the source of them. And now the person who knows Krishna in certain way, so how does he know? He says that Krishna, he knows him as ajam, unborn, anādiṁ, as the beginningless, and loka-maheśvaram, as the supreme Lord or supreme controller of all the worlds, whatever we can think of, all the creation, all the worlds in the whole creation. So that person who is asammūḍhaḥ means undeluded amongst men, amongst martyeṣu, among all the living entities or all the men in this mrityaloka, is freed from all sins, is freed from all sinful reactions. Sarva-pāpaiḥ pramucyate. He is freed from all sins he may have done. So just by knowing Krishna perfectly, just by knowing him, what he is, one can be freed from all the papa or all the sinful reactions. So this is something similar what we learned in the 4th chapter also, right? Charma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti swarjuna. Krishna said in the 4th chapter, 9th text. So that is something similar understanding. So just by knowing his transcendental nature, knowing Krishna in truth, one can get free from all the sinful reactions. And here he said something similar, that he doesn't have to get birth again in this material world. So janma karma, so my appearance or birth and karma, my activities are divyam. They are beyond this material conception. They are transcendental or divya. Yo vetti tatvata, one who knows, again that vetti word comes here, one who understands them. How? Tatvataha, tyaktva, deham. When he gives up this body, when he tyaktva deham, when he gives up this material body, punarjanma naiti, he doesn't have to take another material body. What happens to him? Mameti, he comes back to me, O Arjuna. So this is something Krishna said in the 4th chapter. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving this body, take his birth again in this material world, but he attains my abode, mameti. So something similar Krishna is saying here, yo mam ajam anādiṁ cha, one who knows me that I am unborn, ajam, and anādi, beginningless, and loka-maheśvaram, I am also the supreme Lord of all the lokas, all the planetary systems, and he is such a person who is unbewildered. So he is not confused in his thought. He has full conviction about this knowledge about me. So that person in this mrityuloka is freed from all the sins. Sarva-pāpaiḥ pramucyate. So let's read the purport. So this is little bit bigger purport. So let's divide this in two. So how about Sunil Prabhu? You want to read the first 3 paragraphs, and then we have Kiran Prabhu join. He can finish the remaining.
So
As started in the 7th chapter, 7.3, Manusyananam Sahasreshu Kaschid Yatati Siddhaye. Those who are trying to elevate themselves to the platform of spiritual realization are not ordinary men. They are superior to millions and millions of ordinary men who have no knowledge of spiritual realization. But out of those actually trying to understand their spiritual situation, one who can come to the understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the proprietor of everything, the unborn, is the most successful spiritually realized person. In that stage only, when one has fully understood Krishna's supreme position, can one be free completely from all sinful reactions. Here, the Lord is described by the word ajam, meaning unborn, but he is distinct from the living entities who are described in the 2nd chapter as ajam. The Lord is different from the living entities who are taking birth and dying due to material attachment. The conditioned souls are changing their bodies, but his body is not changeable. Even when he comes to this material world, he comes as the same unborn. Therefore, in the 4th chapter, it is said that the Lord, by his internal potency, is not under the inferior material energy, but is always in the superior energy. In this verse, the words vetti loka-maheśvaram indicate that one should know that Lord Krishna is the supreme proprietor of the planetary systems of the universe. He was existing before the creation and he is different from his creation. All the demigods were created within this material world. But as far as Krishna is concerned, it is said that he is not created. Therefore, Krishna is different even from the great demigods like Brahma and Shiva. And because he is the creator of Brahma, Shiva, and all the other demigods, he is the supreme person of all planets.
Okay, thank you,
वाचू
Prabhu.
पुढे
किती आहे? Okay, let Kiran Prabhu read and
ठीक.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhu. So start from Sri Krishna, Kiran Prabhu.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sri Krishna is therefore different from everything that is created, and anyone who knows him as such immediately becomes liberated from all sinful reactions. One must be liberated from all sinful activities to be in the knowledge of the Supreme Lord. Only by devotional service can he be known, and not by any other means, as stated in Bhagavad Gita. One should not try to understand Krishna as a human being. As stated previously, only a foolish person thinks him to be a human being. This is again expressed here in a different way. A man who is not foolish, who is intelligent enough to understand the constitutional position of the Godhead, is always free from all sinful reactions. If Krishna is known as the son of Devaki, then how can he be unborn? That is also explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. When he appeared before Devaki and Vasudeva, he was not born as an ordinary child. He appeared in his original form and then he transformed himself into an ordinary child. Anything done under the direction of Krishna is transcendental. It cannot be contaminated by material reactions, which may be auspicious or inauspicious. The conception that there are things auspicious and inauspicious in the material world is more or less a mental connotation because there is nothing auspicious in the material world. Everything is inauspicious because the very material nature is inauspicious. We simply imagine it to be auspicious. Real auspiciousness depends on activities in Krishna consciousness in full devotion and service. Therefore, if we at all want our activities to be auspicious, then we should work under the direction of the Supreme Lord. Such directions are given in authoritative scriptures such as Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, or from a bona fide spiritual master. Because the spiritual master is the representative of the Supreme Lord, his direction is directly the direction of the Supreme Lord. The spiritual master
Yes,
the
Kiran.
spiritual master saintly persons and scriptures direct in the same way. There is no contradiction in these three sources. All actions done under such direction are free from the reactions of pious or impious activities of this material world. The transcendental attitude of the devotee in the performance of activities is actually that of renunciation, and this is called sannyasa. As stated in the first verse of the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, one who acts as a matter of duty because he has been ordered to do so by the Supreme Lord, and who does not seek the shelter in the fruits of his activities, uh, ana, anashrita karma phalam, is truly renouncer. Anyone acting under the direction of the Supreme Lord is actually a sannyasis and a yogi, and not the man who has simply taken the dress of the sannyasi or a pseudo yogi.
Thank you so much, Kiran Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So, yeah, lots of things Prabhupada covers in this purport, and we can go some, but the gist is basically one who knows Krishna as the Supreme, as unborn, and as the Lord of everything. He is freed from all the sinful reactions, and that is actually the criteria for getting liberated. We read in the 7th chapter, Krishna says this. So 728. Let's see. So, for understanding Krishna or for engaging in bhakti,